Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Hillbilly's back. Special treat tonight. Probably not going to cook any of this right away, but what we have here is a chunk of a venison back strap. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take this old fatty nasty stuff off here. Oh, there's a hair. We can't have a hair. Oh yeah, I guess I can have a hair. Not anymore. What I've found about doing these things is if you have a hair anywhere in the mix, it taints the meat to taste like nasty bad. So we try not to have any hair at all in the meat because it tastes so much better. You notice I'm using the Kai Pro cleaver. I'm cutting this big row of fat and muscle sinew off of there. That's the stuff the Indians used to make bowstrings out of. String that out and dry it up. Really cool stuff. But we're gonna go with the 6-inch Pro boning fillet knife. Pretty one. I like that one a whole lot. Yeah, little chunks for my dog, because I like my dog. My dog don't like everybody, but I like my dog. He's a good judge of character. So we'll take this thing, and some of you have seen this before, right along the edge of that, right along the edge of that skin fat thing. We'll roll it down like this. We'll go through it at the bottom like that. So we're going to fillet it over like that. We got this itty bitty little strip of fat and meat and stuff. Okay. I don't like the fat. The fat doesn't taste good. So we'll just take all that off of there, and all that's going to leave is that silver skin, I hope. So all y'all been watching these things for a minute or two know that right about now I'm going to throw a shout out to Savage the Boss. That's Savage the Boss on Facebook Gaming, all caps, or some rendition of Savage the Boss using a 3 in there for the E in the on Twitter or Instagram or something like that, YouTube, I don't know. But he's all over the place. He's a pretty nice guy. He helps me out a lot with shut up and just do it kind of thing when it comes to streaming and gaming and that fun kind of stuff. You know what? I'm just gonna cut this off right here because I can. I'm going to take that silver skin right up towards my wrist with this really sharp knife, like nobody is ever supposed to do, but that's how that turns out, just like that. I want to be able to take the rest of this off of there in the same fashion as I took it off the first one. So I got her all lined up. Going to lay it all flat and run that knife right along the edge of that stuff. There's going to be a little hunk of meat on there, but that's okay. A little hunk of meat, I could turn that into forever jerky. So this is it was a small buck, real small buck, but I'll take that and I'll do about 2 inches, two fingers wide, and cut it all the way through. I'll go halfway and cut it most of the way through. So when you lay it out in the pan, the butterflies open like that. Right? We all like the butterfly steaks, right? We'll do it like that. I'll make the partial cut first, and then all the way through, just like that. Partial cut. I do them a little bit thicker because I eat all my red meat rare, to say the very least. Because as humans, we're on the top of the food chain. Our eyes are in the front, and we have canine incisors. That's the cutting, pulling, ripping teeth for eating meat. Look at that, perfect for the last one. We'll just go part way through, almost all the way through. And fillet it open like that. We have butterfly steaks. We have a little pile of them. Okay. Let me grab a hashtag Dixie here. Hashtag Dixie plates. We're gonna be a winner with the Dixie plates. I'm gonna put this stuff over to the side. I'm gonna deal with that in a minute with a little bit different fillet knife. I hear the pitter patter of my good boy. Of my good boy. Okay, here, watch this. Stick it down here just a little bit. Come here. This is my boy Wiley. This Wild E Coyote. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He gets snacks right off the dead deer. He gets snacks. I get snacks. We all get snacks. My wife gets mad at me when I take snacks right off the dead deer. But I'll give him another one. So there we are. We're going to do the same thing here, all the way down this back strap. The fella that brought this deer to me is getting half of it or more. We're doing steaks and summer sausage. I just don't even bother with jerky anymore, because it takes too much of the volume away, and there's really nothing to show. Deer are really small to be making jerky out of. And we got a weird little corner end cut there, but that's okay. We take these weird little end cut corner things like this, we slice them really thin like that. That's a super thin little piece of backstrap. Really good piece of backstrap, I'm telling you. So I got the other half of that backstrap here. I went full on down the neck because I wasn't gonna lose a bunch of it to the yellow jacket gods. I have to cut some of that off of there. Only a little bit of this is going to be steak, because as you go down the neck, you got a lot more fat and a lot more muscle tissue, that sinewy tendon stuff, and I gotta tell you, that dog is on to something. It's straight up yummy. We're gonna set that over there like that. We got a little piece of that in there. I'm gonna leave that in because I want to. These are gonna be tough, chewy steaks, I tell you what. But they will taste really good. What my grandma used to do was take all that neck meat and boil it down and turn it into mincemeat pie. Do the neck meat with apples and raisins, cinnamon, some sugar, and put it in a pie crust, and bake it on up. People that don't know mince pie very well, oh, it's just raisins and dates and things like that. No, it's not. It was originally to preserve meat longer, which works really well in a pie crust. And it gives you your sweets. Don't lick my fingers. I gotta wash my hands now. He's so good about not licking my fingers, but Sometimes it gets a little bit excited, and the tongue starts going. So let me pull this other back strap chunk out of here. Pull that other back strap chunk out of there. I'm gonna hack it off right about here with that. Yeah, that'll work. Here we still have this really hard fat on there. I'll try and peel as much of that off as I can without the knife, you know, going through it. But no, it looks like it's stuck pretty good. This thing, my dear friend Austin, and a real estate guy. He was my dear friend long before he was my real estate guy. He's like a nephew to me. He called me the other day and said, "Hey, I got this deer in the back of the truck. If you butcher it, you can have half." So, you know, Hillbilly me says, "Oh, heck yeah." So, there's multiple ways of doing this here. You got this little thing here. Bugs. Bugs are falling out of my head. I'm gonna try it this way. A little bit.
You didn't even hit me? Oh, no. Were you trying to hit me?
And I'll turn and come off of there. See how that turned out. Hey, that turned out. Kind of. So, I'm going to try that a little bit again. Yeah, that one didn't turn out near as pretty. So we'll go back to just skinning it off of there. How's that sound? I have another this is one of them Mexican brand fillet knives. El Cheapos. We'll run it through this little sharpener. Hope everybody loves that sound. I know my friend Tammy hates that sound. Makes her cringe. So we'll take that and we'll just run it right down there like this. So we got to move it a little bit. So like that. We'll flip her over like that. See, we got all that. We still got this little strip here, which I will continue to. I'll peel that off of there, and actually use it. So back with the cutting of the steakies. Part way through, all the way through. Part way through, all the way through. Part way through, all the way through. Part way, all the way. My grandson is just a noisemaker today. So we're concentrating on doing this so I don't cut myself or hurt myself.
To a wildlife refuge to walk around.
And
Bye.
Huh?
Bye.
Bye.
Yep.
Hey, is that what's for dinner?
Master Seamus is heading off to the game refuge to get another deer. Oh, I mean, to go walk around and look at the sights. So
It's not a game refuge, unfortunately. It's a wildlife preserve.
same thing.
No, I can't kill anything there. I mean, I can, but I get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So.
There you go.
Anyways, is that what's for dinner?
Nope.
Nope? Okay.
Haven't figured out anything yet.
So we're just going to finish cutting these straps up here, and we're going to call the back straps good, and we'll get it all done. I'll package these up for me and Austin, and I will start on the grinder stuff, cutting up grinder stuff. That's always exciting. Like I said, my wife, you saw a picture on the page the other day. My wife reminded me that we have a KitchenAid, and we have a KitchenAid meat grinder. My dear friend Robert. Why? My dear friend Robert borrowed my meat grinder, my food grinder, and after 7 or 8 years, it just gave up the ghost. So that happens. It happens sometimes. I don't get upset about piddly crap like that.
I got excuse.
Yeah, I probably only put 1,000 pounds of meat through the thing, and I bought it at the Harbor Freight. So this is my chunk disposal system. Let me take it off here. That's my chunk disposal system. Isn't he just cute? Chunks. Now I gotta put my camera back and the wires back where they go and all that fun stuff. So that's got some stuff on it. They got some hair going on it. Can't have the hair going on it. I hear a lot of people say, no, don't ever put water on the meat. And I think they're crazy, but you know, got to clean it somehow. See a little spot of bloodshot like that? You're going to see exactly how deep that is. Just flay it off. Just like that. It don't hurt him at all. For people like us, it might. But taking the fat off. Oh, I can use the skinny one for this. Taking the fat and the sinew off of there. Look at that. Took the sinew right off of there. We got another little piece here that I'm gonna run that through there. Try and keep the edge of that knife right up against the sinew. Sinew silver skin. Alright. This is gonna be grinder chunk. Grinder chunk. It's just going to go into the grinder, that's all. We're going to make summer sausages. Along with all the stuff that I pull off this silver skin that I've already peeled from the back straps. So, just remember, there's a place to comment below. Definitely a place to comment below. Let me know what you think. I will be doing some venison meals, like I have with the Savage. I'm gonna be doing something with the backstrap steaks and some of these other steaks too. So stay tuned and check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter @Food Hillbilly. Get the YouTube channel Hillbilly Food Porn on YouTube, and please enjoy everything you get to see. Come visit me on the Patreon page, like Al Decker and Eric Smith, Cameron Reich, and my dear grandson Riley Bradley. My grandson Riley Bradley is going to make me a great grandfather in November. It's only a couple of months away. It's going to be a beautiful thing. I'm already a pretty darn good grandpa. I can't wait to be a great one. So, keep in mind, we were put on this planet as stewards of the animals, and the animals were put here for us, to manage. By managing, sometimes we have to harvest them for food. So, remember, God bless and eat well. All right, I'm back for a segment 2. Silver skin on this piece of flesh here. This comes out of the rump roast. It's a whole bunch of muscles congealed together. We just lay it flat like that with that sinew down, and run the fillet knife right along the bottom of it. And you'll be able to feel it grab a little bit once in a while when you get little pieces like that. I've been feeding him to the dog, and he's sitting here all content. He hasn't had fresh dead red meat in a while, because the last time I gave him a little bit of abundance of it, the coyote started coming out in him. I didn't like that. Didn't want him abusing me, and I didn't want to abuse him. So there's a pretty nice little chunk of meat right there. If I did jerky, I would do that whole thing in jerky. It's a 1/2 inch thick or so. But I don't do jerky, so we'll just peel that rest of this stuff off of there, throw it into the grinder pile, because I do make summer sausage, and the summer sausage is yum. It really, really, really is. So go like that, peel that off. Tough stuff won't go through the grinder. This whole chunk right here, just like that, into the grinder bucket. So I will be doing a grinder section where I'm actually grinding the meat, adding seasoning, and preparing it for summer sausage. Maybe even some bratwurst. So stay tuned, keep connected, and I will keep you informed of what's going on. This one, getting all cut up into grinder stuff. I just know it. I've seen me do it. Not that I'm being wasteful. That chunk right there would make really good chili meat too, or stew meat. If the stuff doesn't go through the grinder, it gets turned into stew meat really quick, because a little piece like that, you could fry it up into a potato chip, or you can use that to flavor an entire bucket of chili or stew. Black pepper, lots of black pepper in the stews that I make, because I like it.